Japan has slipped into recession, and with that, it has dropped a notch below to become the fourth largest economy in the world. Germany is now number 3. Economists define recession as 2 back-to-back quarters of negative growth. Official figures show Japan's gross domestic product, or GDP, shrank 0.4% between October and December last year. In the quarter before that, it contracted 3.3%. So what went wrong? Poor domestic demand, as people had to spend more on food and fuel, among other things. Japan imports over 90% of fuel it needs and more than 60% of food items. A weak yen has led to a surge in prices of essentials. It has also meant that exports fetch less profits when money is repatriated. There are other issues too. Japan's population is shrinking, and lower birth rates could mean labor shortage, which may drag the economy further down. The United Kingdom too is in recession. The British economy shrank by an unexpected 0.3% between October and December last year. In the quarter before that, the GDP figure slid, but a little less. In the whole of last year, the UK grew by 0.1%. The Office for National Statistics says public spending was down, a strike by junior doctors crippled the health sector, also there was a drop in school attendance. Construction and manufacturing were hit, inflation remains high, and so are lending rates. It's not exactly rosy so far as the European Union is concerned. Germany, Europe's largest economy, may not yet be in recession, but it's on the brink. Its economy shrunk 0.3% in the final quarter of last year, and the central bank says the first quarter of this year is expected to be no different. The government's uncertain fiscal policy is partly to blame. Weak consumer and industrial demand and transport strikes have added to the problem. In its interim forecast, the European Commission has lowered the growth outlook for this year to 0.9%. It narrowly avoided a recession in the second half of last year. Geopolitical tensions such as the Russia-Ukraine war and the Israel-Hamas conflict pose a risk. Disruptions in commercial shipping in the Red Sea caused by the Houthis are putting supply chains under pressure and jacking up commodity prices. Paolo Gentiloni, the EU Commissioner for Economy, says, "The European economy has left behind it an extremely challenging year in which a confluence of factors severely tested our resilience. The rebound expected in 2024 is said to be more modest than projected 3 months ago." The US, which is the largest economy at over $25 trillion, makes up for a quarter of the world's GDP. And it has been growing in the last 6 quarters, backed by increasing demand from households, falling inflation, a strong labor market, and lower unemployment. China, the second largest economy with a GDP of about $19 trillion, has been facing headwinds. The real estate sector, which contributes over a quarter to the GDP, faces a crisis after a nearly 2-decade boom. Foreign direct investments, or FDI, last year was the lowest in 3 decades. The just concluded Chinese New Year holiday season saw an uptick in travel and consumer spending. The Chinese government says the total domestic spending was close to $88 million. The parliament session early next month could throw some light on the economic roadmap ahead. India, the 5th largest economy, is the fastest growing large economy in the world. The World Bank projects India to grow at over 6% in 2024. And the IMF says India could overtake Germany in another 3 years. Prime Minister Modi has already said the country will be among the top 3 during his 3rd term. For more videos, tune into our YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe.